Hello and welcome to the Mythos Mystery Society presents Cyberpunk 2020, the beginning of our Firestorm campaign. This will be the prologue episode. I am Dave. I will be your referee for tonight, if we can go around and introduce ourselves. We are waiting for one more player, however, we might just chuck him right in when we're playing, so we'll see. But we'll start with Emma.
Oh my goodness gracious. Hello. I'm Emma. You can find me at MK Hansen on Twitter. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I'm playing Lux, who is our solo. She also uses she, her pronouns. Maria.
Hello, it's me. I am Maria. I use they and she pronouns, and tonight you can find me at Happy Capster on the Twitter sphere. And tonight I am playing Zed Baptik, who also uses she and they pronouns and is a media personality. Woo! Ty.
I am Ty. You can follow me at Brawler and Brawler on Twitter. I am playing Kells Woodward, the Nomad, and we both use he and pronouns. I will throw it over to Chris.
Hi, my name is Chris. You can find me here at Mythos Mystery Society and also find me refilling out my character sheet that got deleted. But I printed it out.
I told you what happened.
Myself up. You did.
It's fine.
So you can find me distracted right now. I'm playing Jedediah Judd, and I am our med tech. And I forgot all the other stuff. Download our podcast.
What?
It's awesome, by the way, if you haven't found us on... Is it on Spotify? I don't think it is. I think it's
No,
just
we
Apple
couldn't
Podcasts.
figure it out.
But
It's more like Spotify couldn't figure it out.
Oh no!
There's a
I'm
weird
touch
glitch
lazy
that's
and
causing
haven't figured it out. But it's on Apple Podcasts, and you can hear me running games on there, as well as Ty and Dave, and a lot of people here playing, so it's a great time.
We'll toss it over to James.
Hello?
Yeah, James.
Hey, I'm James. I'm playing Michael Lastings, both he, him. I am the techie, essentially just a giant nerd.
And there it is. And
what's your body stat? Are you
10.
really giant?
Yeah.
Are you really? Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
giant
Actually,
too.
he is. I forgot about that.
We got two big lads.
Two big
big lads.
Big boy.
And also giant Lux.
And with that, we are also waiting for my brother Tom. He is going to be playing. I'll introduce him now because he probably won't have a second to introduce himself when he starts playing. But he is the rocker boy. His name is Kip something. That's
Armitage.
Armitage. Yeah, that's right. Kip Armitage, and he's the rocker boy, and he is extremely interesting and chaotic. But we'll just let him do that part. And with that, I think we could just kind of begin. The year is the distant future of 2021.
Oh, God.
The United States has fallen apart. Systems designed to support us all have been manipulated to support only corporations. And under their shadow are the people who have to live their day-to-day lives in the rat race. Then, there are those who choose not to carve out their own life and rage against the machine. These are the Edge Runners, here in the free state of Northern California, in a sprawling metropolis known as Night City. In the Los Sombra district of Old Downtown, we meet our Edge Runners, scraping by in this dystopia. They had helped the community of Los Sombra by driving out a local gang, the Chromers, who were making life here miserable and dangerous. With the gang gone, the community gifted their hideout to the Edge Runners, a beautiful 5-story apartment building they now use as their home. And it's rent day here in Beacon Apartments. On such a nice day, you'd never guess a storm is brewing. Zed Baptik wakes to their usual alarm, followed by the daily news on their favorite radio station. It's a gorgeous day in Night City, a little chilly as it nears the end of the year. A nice morning fog rolling over the streets as Los Sombra wakes up. Zed, you can kind of describe how you wake up, but essentially, I read your backstory a little bit. It's more like your radio just kind of popped on and now you're awake.
Correct. Yeah, there is the necessary amount of sleep needed in order to literally survive, and then it's up and going. Zed is in their early 30s. They have shorter cut hair, mostly because it is easy to maintain and quick to style if they need it to be. They are probably about 5'8" or so, roughly slim built, and not really athletic in any way, shape, or form. The morning is kind of a haphazard mess of listening to about 7 different sources of information at once, while also corresponding with the team to get the day rolling, and trying to throw back as many caffeine supplements and actual food as possible. Sometimes it's more caffeine than actual food. Art imitates life in that aspect, but they would then remember that it is rent time and they would have to go do that, and they just kind of sigh remembering that, and would make a mental note and an actual like alert notification to themselves to do that before the day was over.
It like pings in. You have a ticker view in your eye, right?
I do.
I want to say it probably has a little alarm in your eyeball display that you can see. What's your favorite radio station to wake up to?
Probably there's a radio station that plays classical music, but it's classical with like a synthwave underbeat to it. That's what they listen to.
Alrighty. So as you're popping your caffeine pills, kind of dressing yourself a little bit, I guess, you hear the news kind of kick in, and it just goes, that was smooth jazz by the Fallopian Tubes. I love me that that band. They're so good. That's some good shit there. Now it's time for What the Fuck is Happening? Zuck, what the fuck is happening? And then Zuck chimes in with the morning news. The IHAG shit we just can't seem to escape has an explosive new development. Early this morning, an OTEC submarine was blown up off the coast of South Pacifica. Rumor has it that OTEC was getting a little too close to a Chino underwater research center. And you know those Arasaka boys do a good job at protecting their clients. This is all, of course, alleged. OTEC is saying it was just a ship malfunction, but I don't buy that for 1 second. But hey, that's just my opinion. Here we go. Corentin Duran from Teens in Space arrives.
The crossover no one asked for, but that's what we're gonna get.
That's actually kind of perfect timing. But yeah, that's what you hear on your morning news. Oh my god, that's awesome.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. I was not prepared for this. For the past year or so, you've been blasted with news about these 2 companies in specific, Chino and OTEC. They're both vultures trying to scoop up stock remains of a company called IHAG that went under. It originally started with the usual corporate shit, underhanded dealings, forced buyouts, and maybe an assassination or 2, but it has increased in scope once military contractors got involved. Chino hired Arasaka, Japan's leading defense experts, while OTEC hired Militech, an American defense contractor. Since then, the news has acted like a pack of hyenas, fully expecting this business as usual to escalate into the 4th corporate war that they're paranoid about. But so far, it's largely been hit and runs that don't concern the general public safety. Still, the constant 24/7 news barrage of hearsay, dodge questions, cover-ups, and theories is starting to kind of drive everybody a little crazy. So this is like not a surprise, like to wake up to the IHAG shit. Yeah, it's happening. It's been happening for a few months now. Everybody's a little paranoid about it, but nothing out of the ordinary. So yeah, so you're finally ready for the day, and it's rent day, Zed. You gotta get the rent.
Sweet, cool. I will pack a bag of stuff because I don't intend on coming back for the day until very late. Or early, depending on what time of day it is, and we'll depart, going to collect what is due to be still in our building.
So you open the door on a usual rent day. It's relatively early in the morning. You somehow managed to wake up before 10 today. It's fucking wild. And the Beacon Apartments are an apartment complex that used to be owned by a gang called the Chromers, as we discussed in the beginning. But your group of edge runners, so all of you, liberated essentially this building from the Chromers, drove them out of the district of Los Sambre, and in the process they gave you this apartment building. You might be asking, we own this building, but why are we paying rent? You all pay rent. It's more like you gather your funds for rent to kind of spread it amongst the community to better the community in general. You don't use your entire paychecks on it or anything like that, but it's more like it's almost like you're gathering funds to make the building better, but also to help out the rest of the community of Los Sambre.
It's the defense budget.
Pretty much, but also just like, you know, you help out the community gets better, you help yourself in the end. So that's why you've all kind of decided to pitch in a little bit of your funds to kind of do that. But you never really, like, you fixed up your personal units as much as you wanted to, but you never really fixed up the rest of the building. So some of the building is just kind of falling apart. There's places where you threw grenades, like bullet holes in doors, and like you patched it up as good as you can, but it's the neighborhood is like not necessarily like it fits in. Let's put it that way. So you open your door. What floor is your apartment unit on again?
I'm on the 4th floor.
So you open the door to the 4th floor. The window at the edge of the hall, the apartment units is cracked. Like it's just basically a blade of glass on the end of a frame. Shines in this nice light. You can see some of the you can see some of the morning mist kind of coming in from the bay. Coming in through the window a little bit too. And now you're standing in this hallway. You can kind of hear the commotions of Los Sambre waking up. Like you can hear your favorite street taco vendor outside, because he always makes a stop outside of your guys' place for morning breakfast tacos, and he makes the best goddamn tacos you have ever had.
Fantastic.
So you gotta get rent, and then you gotta go out and get them tacos before that guy takes
some
them.
tacos. Fucking tacos. What is the climate like right now?
Sunny, cool. I want to say it's like a cool November morning.
Wow.
And it's California, so Night City's in California.
So like, okay.
Northern California, so it's chilly,
Okay.
but not so chilly. It's hoodie weather. Let's put it that way.
Okay. Cool. All right, cool. Well, do we know if does anybody live on the 5th floor? Because we have 5 floors, right?
Do any of you live on the 5th floor? I don't think so.
I imagine like
I want to say Kip
Tom
does.
Yeah, Tom. I feel like Tom is the only person who lives on the 5th floor.
He might be for now.
Kip is the only person. I'll save him for another time. He's usually okay with his rent, and plus he scares me just a tiny bit. So I'll start with this floor because I know that Kels lives on this floor. I'll start this floor and then head down on my way out.
Sounds good.
I'm going. Kels.
Kels is awoken by the knocking and gets out of bed and throws on a tank and answers the door.
Now, do you want to describe your apartment really quick?
Yeah, Kel's apartment is pretty minimal. He's got like a mattress with sheets and pillows, and he's got a desk and a nice chair. There is a large grenade hole that he has put a curtain over, and he uses it as a balcony/window. It is currently covered up. And he has a white noise machine that he keeps on 24/7.
So do I. It's called tinnitus.
We basically made the exact same apartment, except mine is like the chic version of yours.
Yeah,
Correct.
yours is like nice. His is just empty. Clean though.
Intentionally empty.
And Kels get out of bed. He is about 5'11". He has an undercut with like sandy blonde hair, somewhat athletic body, and I think blue eyes. One is slightly different colored, as it is a cybernetic eye.
Ooh. You wink with it?
Special. I rub it, like, I very carefully wipe, like, the crust out of my eye as I wake up. Very carefully. And then I,
Sometimes it goes off for, like, no reason.
like, no reason. It takes 45 minutes to reload, and it's super painful. And I put on a tank top and answer the door.
Morning, Kels.
Morning. What's going on?
Oh, it's rent day. Did you?
Yeah, I think I have it somewhere. And he runs back and searches under the mattress and has like wads of whatever sort of currency there is in this.
Eddies. It's technically Eurobucks, but everyone calls them Eddies.
I really wished it was just Juju Bees, like the little candy. We just use that for every game.
We use it for every game.
It's way easier that way. There's no conversion rate.
And I hand a wadded up pile of eddies to Zed.
Much
I think-
obliged.
I think it's about the right amount. I didn't write the check, but
I rarely count it these days. Have a good one. And I'm just gonna head to the next place and just keep knocking on doors.
Who do you go to next?
All the unnamed NPCs that are on this floor.
That floor? I don't remember who's on what floor.
There's
I
no
think-
one else on this floor. That's why I said unnamed NPCs.
Oh, okay, so yeah, you go down the line. Some of them,
Basically, just yeah.
yeah, they give you their money and everything like that. You kind of make your way around holes in the floor and pass by holes in the walls that have been boarded up and everything like that. You make your way down, I guess, down to the next floor.
Yeah.
To second.
Yeah. Go to.
I guess it'd be third,
floor.
right? Or four.
Yeah.
Or second.
Third.
Third. Okay. Who's on the third?
I think it's just Victoria Smiles.
All right.
I think it's just that NPC.
So you're gonna go to her then?
Yeah.
Okay, so you knock on Victoria's or Smiles' door. It takes a moment, but then the door opens and an iguana just like is the first thing you see, and it just goes.
I just hold my hand out because I know it's gonna be
Yeah,
there.
you
at this
always
point. I always know.
And you just see Victoria open the door, and just a wave of incense comes out of the door as you can see into her room. It's covered in all these like tropical looking plants and different types of aquariums full of different plants and everything. Victoria Smiles is she is kind of a mysterious tenant. She has real animals. Like, she has a real iguana and like a real hummingbird, and she will never tell you where she got them. She has kind of a hippie aesthetic, but acts very goth, which is interesting. So she opens the door. Her name is Smiles, but that's only her last name. I don't think you've ever seen her do it. And she just goes, "Oh, hey Zed, is it rent day again?"
Yeah, Smiles, it is. Did you get something new in there? It smells very
It's
different.
It's just oregano. I'm making my own breakfast right now. I don't normally cook by the. You're up really early. I didn't think you'd be up this early.
It is a strange day for me. I'm very sorry.
It's fine. I mean, I'm up early, but yeah, just wild, man. Let me hang on a moment. And she kind of goes to a different room. You hear her rummaging through stuff, and she hands you basically a USB to plug into the thing that you're collecting rent from. And she plugs that in instead of scanning her thumbprint. She's like, "Okay, thank you. Thanks again for letting me stay here with all my friends."
Yeah, of course. I'll take it and I'll put it away. And what did she name any of her animals?
Probably, but I haven't come up with them. But
Okay, cool.
I can think of something really quick.
No, you're good.
Tony.
I would like.
Shut up, Tony.
I would like reach forward to kind of scratch the iguana a little bit, knowing full well that it's probably gonna try to bite me.
It doesn't bite.
Right.
It just it has like a very aggressive. Like, it's like one of those dogs that barks, but the second you come up to it, it's like all pets. So it just kind of like allows you to touch its weird lizard gullet. Tony really likes it when you scratch there. Thanks.
All right, you take care now.
Thanks. And then she shuts the door to her apartment. You can. It's almost like when she shuts the door, there's almost like a cloud of purple smoke from all the incense in there that just kind of like when it goes when it closes.
Mm-hmm. All right. The second floor. I'll go down there since it seems like there's 100 people that live in the second floor.
Everyone lives on this. So you get down to the second floor. You have to like. There's a staircase, and it's like most of it's missing. And you have to like kind of a little bit of a. You do like a fun wall run for a second to get around it. And then you're on the second floor, and at the very end of the hallway, I believe this is the hallway that Jed lives on, right? Jedediah?
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the hallway is a curtain, and you can see like a line of people coming down the hallway that are standing waiting for something. At the end of the hall, you hear screams, and you hear weird drills, and you hear somebody yelling, "Will you keep that record down every fucking day with this shit?"
All right, I'm gonna. All right. Does that? I'll go in that direction, but I'll hit the doors on the way down.
Sounds good. Is there anybody else on the second floor? I should probably just open this time.
I think Micah's girlfriend.
Yeah, but I would probably be paying for the both of us anyway, so.
Oh, okay. So you know to avoid that door.
Yeah.
Just because you know the setup with that.
Yeah. Cool. Is it just Jed then?
I think it's just
It's
Jed.
just Jed.
And then, random NPCs that aren't
Yeah.
specific to this thing.
Yeah. Tom, by the way, I did not stop at Kip's place this morning. So you have not been contacted about rent yet. so you know.
You're on the 5th floor as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
You're gonna have to go back up.
Yeah. Well,
That might
We'll
work
get
in
it
your
someday.
favor, though.
but I would weave through this small gathering of people.
Yeah, you notice
And-
everybody in the line is like, there's like a few cases that are just fine, like maybe they're just sick or they're coughing or something like that. There's a couple of people, like one dude's just flat out missing an arm. And like one of his friends is like fanning him as he has to wait in line for the doctor to come. But yeah, so you weave through all these people that are injured in some capacity or just sick or need medical attention.
Okay, I would get to where the edge of the curtain is and just yell, "Hey Jed, you in there?"
Oh, Jed, just doing some operation over here. Ooh, hold on one second. Just come on in.
And the guy you're operating on is just like, you're
I
a
would
drill
get you.
whir.
As you open the door, you see Jed with a man's arm in like one hand, and he dislocates at the elbow, just pulls it out with his huge muscular arm, just pops this thing out and just saws it right off. Okay. Oh, hey there, Zed. How you doing today?
The guy you're operating on passes out.
Always
That's the
such a-
cheapest anesthetic, I tell you what.
It's
Ooh,
always-
that's how I save money.
It's just your handiwork is something to behold. Jed, do you happen to have this month's rent?
Oh yeah, it's over there on the table in the jar next to the kidney, right there.
That kidney or that one?
Well, you're gonna have to put your hand in and find out. Yeah.
Tell you what, I can just wait until you're done. I can come. You know what? I'll come back when you're less busy. How about that?
Oh, Jed always busy. Jed always busy.
You should take a break then sometime, Jed. You really should. It's good for your mental health. All right, Jed. I'll be back for that
I'm a
later.
doctor.
I'll be back. You take care.
Little quick description of Jed. She
I was
walked
gonna
in to
say.
see a man with overalls on with no shirt, bare feet, with like an inch thick of callus just on the bottom of his feet. He never wears shoes. Huge muscular arms mashed by a huge muscular pot belly. Bald head, long beard, headband, a huge scar over his face with a red glowing eye on his left side. Well, old Jed gonna get it to you. Yo, you need a little something there, Zed. You know you do so much good for us. Let me just tune you up a little bit.
I always appreciate the offer, but I think I will pass today. Thank you very much.
Are you sure he's holding the other guy's hand down, just like chopping fingers off with a cleaver? Jed, do you good?
You know what? I will keep you in mind if I do need an upgrade or a tune-up of some kind. And Zed will pat the shoulder of the individual who's in the chair. You take care now, all right?
as you leave, there's like at like the edge of the curtain, you know how doctors have like the free hand sanitizer and stuff. It's like that, but it's like motor oil.
I consider it, but I keep moving.
I don't understand what operation we're supposed to be taking here. Was it a donation?
Donation.
I mean, he puts on cybernetics, so he's probably attaching cybernetics, but right now he's just in the limb removal stage and probably isn't paying too much attention while he's talking, and like probably the fingers weren't part of the deal.
You could sell those or something.
Well, I'm just
maybe
gonna
I don't
leave
know.
those to the side. I mean,
And then I'd circle down to the first floor.
Already,
Ground
a
floor.
lot of people live on the first floor. Who
Ground
you going to first?
sunshine. I would just take it from back to front. So probably I would imagine that the shop is in the back.
Yeah, Micah's shop. Essentially, he has a unit that the wall to it has been exploded and leads to the garage. So he's boarded up the wall that originally was supposed to be a wall and made it a door that leads to his garage, which is his tech shop. But his unit would be at the back of the apartment building, so you could go to him first.
Sure. Yeah, I'd head that direction. I'm not usually up at early this morning, so I don't know where anybody is this time of day. So I guess I would start in the shop.
Okay.
You're there.
Yeah, there would be a little glowing neon sign just flashing open, but the end's gone, so it's just ope. Mike is there. He's a big guy, probably like 6'3", 280, and just a single chrome right hand. You come in, he's got his feet up on a workbench covered in tools. He's just wearing like a very large white tee and no pants, just boxers. He's got a clothesline overhead with his pants on. He's just got a heat gun pointed at it. As you come in, he's like, "What's up?"
Oh, Micah, you always, or rather never cease to amaze me. Do you
Drivers
have...
broke.
Oh. Can't you fix things like that?
Yeah, I'll get there eventually.
Right. Do you happen to have rent for you and good old Angry upstairs?
Oh, Abby? Yeah.
Awful Abby. Angry, awful Abby.
Abby awful.
Some sort, something like that, yeah.
No, because there is an awful Abby, but a different person.
Do you got the do you...
Yeah, probably. Let me check. Underneath the table, he's probably got like a thumbprint safe that ching opens up like a register. Here's most of it. He hands you a few chips or whatever.
I just, all right. Okay.
This has been slow. I don't know what to tell you.
All right. I'll. All right.
If I fix the dryer, will you call it even?
You know what? I'll consider it.
All right.
But
fair
also,
enough.
we all do own this building together, so this is more of a formality than anything else.
Well,
Because. All right. Well, I'll leave
he
you to your
checks his pants and begins to put them on as you continue the conversation.
Well, all right. How's your hand doing, by the way?
We're good. We're good. Just needed a tune-up.
All right. Well, I might come down and have you take a look at my shoulders been acting up a little bit. I will leave, and I will head down the road. By road, I mean hallway to whatever happens to be here.
I want to say, what's it called? Lux is probably at the front of the hotel, apartment, different type of
It's a
building with a
hotel
lot
now.
of people in
Hotel
it.
now. Yep.
But so Moth would be midway through the building.
All right. I will knock and say, "Hey, Moth, you in there?"
You hear somebody like kind of like sounds like they come to a start, like just a bunch of junk, just like, and then you hear somebody kind of pacing in front of the door, but they don't open it.
Moth, it's just Zed.
Okay. Moth opens the door, and it's like he's kind of a shorter man, and he's got big goggles that make his eyes look huge. And he's wearing just basically a green tank top that's very loose fitting on him, some workman's gloves, and some really baggy pants that also don't fit. Just all of Moth's clothes don't fit on him. He's got shorter hair. He likes to keep it short because he's heard horror stories about people getting their hair caught in junk stuff. So he keeps it as short as he can. He shaves it almost completely bald. And he looks up at you and he's like, "Oh, hey Zed, is it rent day?"
It sure is, Moth. How you doing? I haven't seen you in a bit. Have you been, you know, taking care of yourself and everything?
Oh, things have been good. I've been Moth is a junker, so he kind of goes around and finds spare parts.
That's why I'm asking. I just want to make sure you didn't get stuck in something.
Yeah, his apartment is just covered in debris, like just
That's
metal
also why I was
parts.
asking.
Stuff that Jed didn't want that he took off of people, stuff that Micah didn't want that he took out of cars that he replaced and stuff. And he just kind of looks at you. He's like, "Oh, I mean, I got plenty of parts, but I'm sorry, I don't have the eddies for you today. I got a problem. You see, it's that fucking Mikey guy. Mikey's he's late again to pay me."
Well, have you been having trouble with him before?
I mean, he's occasionally late to pay. I mean, yeah, you know that sometimes I have to pay you a couple days later, but like this time Mikey's been a real pain in the ass. Like he's talking all shit, like just refuses to pay me, it seems like, and I'm really banking on that money from him. He's been so relatively reliable for selling my junk, but like at this point, like I think we're gonna have to go over there and get it from him.
Well, maybe we can look at it for you. All right, I'm about to go talk to Lux, so perhaps we can take a look at that for you, right? Because you staying here is a good thing, but also you helping us help you stay here is a very good thing.
Yeah, if you're gonna look into it, I think maybe you should bring like a crew with you. I hear Mikey might be getting into some real bad trouble. So
all right. All right. Well, I got a couple people in mind. I'll start with Lux. Lux is real good at putting people in line. And then we'll go talk to him for you. All right?
You sure? You sure? This seems kind of like maybe I should just do it myself. Maybe.
No. We got you.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks so much for this. Maybe I'll try and pay you even more next time rent day comes up.
You know it's only gonna come back and help you, right?
Yeah. Thank you so much. This is so good for I can't pay you enough. Oh God.
All right. Make sure you take care of that little fire hazard though that we had that problem with a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah, it's already taken care of. I don't sell Bunsen burners anymore. Those things are a fire. It's just the worst.
Oh, it's great. Perfect.
It only got a little. I mean, to be fair, it only got a little bit of the wallpaper. Like it wasn't like. It wasn't like okay, maybe a little bit of the ceiling too, but like it wasn't that bad, okay? But yeah, I won't do it again, I swear.
All right, fantastic. All right, well we will look into that. You take care. All right.
Oh, okay. And then you see in the background some of his like pile of junk just starts to fall over. He's like, oh, and he shuts the door, and you hear him like yell, and he like grabs something, but you still hear a bunch of clattering as he like is just trying to keep all of his junk together.
I'll just kind of, not opening the door or anything. I'll just kind of lean up close and say, "You all right in there?"
I'm good.
All right.